I've got a quick update for you. I'm going to talk about just a few things. The topics that I'm going to be covering today are what I've been up to, the biggest takeaway from 2025, and then lastly, what I'm planning for you guys in 2026. I'm recording this on December 31st. I want to say it's about 7:30, and it's the last day of the year. And I'm currently in the process of going through a personal project, a personal branding research project. And so I want 2026 to really be about showcasing my growth in a better way, in a more interesting way, in a way that you guys will find more entertaining, and in a way that will be of much more value to you for you to watch. I want everything to have kind of a takeaway, and I want you guys to be able to implement at least one thing from every video I put out. Not necessarily from the content that I post on Instagram, but YouTube, absolutely. So what I've been up to, my second son was born on December 17th. That was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, actually. And since then, my other son, Noah, and I have come down with what's called hand, foot, and mouth disease. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but it is one of the worst things that we've gone through. Basically, you end up getting like sores and blisters all over your hands. You probably can't see it, but they're starting to heal for me. But they're painful. You get them on your feet, your hands, and you get them around and on your mouth. We've been battling this for the last about week or so. And it was rough, especially for my son, because the ones in your mouth kind of sting and are painful. And so he didn't eat very well for a couple of days. And those nights in particular were especially difficult, especially while having a newborn, because my son, Noah, he's a little over a year and a half. He would wake up every single hour screaming in pain. And it was just one of the worst experiences that I've gone through with him. I was primarily in charge of taking care of him because we both were sick, and we were kind of trying to quarantine ourselves from my wife and my other son, Bruno, because they didn't catch it. They still have not caught it, and that's perfectly good. I do not want them catching it. And my other son and I, we've been very careful not to get too close to them, but it's been tough on my wife because she's having to take care of a newborn all by herself. And that has been challenging on some nights, but thankfully for most nights, he's been having 3 to 4 hour long stretches. And my wife is trying to time, all of the feedings and then her pumping around his feeding schedule. So it's been not incredibly hard, but she has definitely been in much better spirits compared to our first son, which was kind of a challenge because he was hungry like every hour, every 2 hours. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Kind of recovering. I might sneeze. I still have a bit of a cold, but sort of recovering and doing what I can to help take care of my son, my wife, and my other little boy who was just born 2 weeks ago. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was I started a 30 lessons in 30 days challenge, and I failed it miserably. And I wanted to share the kind of the takeaway or I guess the lessons learned from that experience. That might be in a separate video, but there are definitely some things to take away from that. In January and February, I want to continue that series and finish off the 30 lessons, but they will be much more planned out. My biggest takeaway from 2025, now I've taken some time to reflect on some of the things that I've accomplished for this year, and then some of the things that I fell short on. And obviously, one of the things that I set a goal for myself was by December, I would have had a 10K month in my business. The most I ever did was 2.5K, and that was in March. But That being said, the reason why I didn't reach my goal, and this is probably the biggest takeaway, is that I just didn't execute enough. I literally had everything I needed. I had awesome business coaches. I had all of the material I could possibly have needed. I got in my own way. That in itself has been a learning experience for me and is honestly kind of great material for me to be able to use on this channel, because I want most of what people know me for as mindset or mindset improvement, mindset growth. Because one of the things that Alex Hormozy always says, and it's stuck with me because I hear him say it so often, is that 10 out of 10 times you will be the bottleneck in your business. And I am committed to helping people get out of their own way. And the reason why they get in their own way is because of this here. They get in their head. And the stories that they tell themselves, the things that they've practiced over their lives so many times has kind of convinced them that the evidence just weighs against their better judgment. And so I want to be able to easily translate the things that we typically think about ourselves and get you to think about it in a different way. That's kind of like my whole goal, so that more entrepreneurs can push past those zones of those zones. I don't know if the zones is the right word, but that to push past those moments of resistance when they're just overthinking things too much. And if I can help more entrepreneurs just get out of their own way, I know that I'll be able to help them make more money. And that's what I want for most people. What I'm planning for 2026, the first thing is, I think I already mentioned it, I'm going to finish out the 30 lessons. And it may not be in the 30 days, but I believe I left off on lesson 15 or 16. So I've got about 14 left to go. I'm going to I'm going to reveal my quarter one goals for 2026. And that'll be in a separate video. And actually, I'm going to be revealing my goals for every quarter, but in the first week of that quarter. And then I'm going to kind of share with you guys the process that I'm going through for my personal brand project. And that's just me building a personal brand, like a better personal brand. I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. I hope you guys have had a great year. And if you haven't, I hope that you can take away lessons with you into 2026 and improve upon them. Do what you can to get better so that you can move your life, so that you can move your life in the direction that you want it to go. You have the power to move your life in any direction that you want. And I want to be sure that I can help you understand yourself on a deeper level, on a better level, and give you guys the tools that you need to help build a better life. So with that, I'm wishing you guys a happy new year. Please stay safe out there. I'm going to stay in with my family. We're probably not going to last very long because honestly, my wife and I last night only had a couple hours of sleep, but I can't wait to share more with you guys in the future. And yeah, cheers to 2026. Hope it's the best year yet for you guys.